Some of the best friends in the game. It's not even 5 a.m. yet.
No.
Race day. Good morning, world. "5:30 a.m., 90 minutes out from start time.
Will you hold it open? I'll smash it.
Car is loaded, ready to go. Nerves slowly settling in, but all you gotta remember, it's just pain. Well, we made it to the course on time.
There's no service. How am I supposed to watch TikTok?
There's a little bit.
No.
No.
Thank God I brought 3 books in a Kindle. Read an immaculate amount of.
Pro tip number 1, as soon as you park, straight to the porta potties.
Or you'll never go.
Whether you need it or not. Could be your last chance.
I'm also already getting eaten by bugs, so I would put on.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Honestly. Bug spray.
Where'd you put it?
In your personal bag. Right over here.
We're just parking on the side of the road.
You alright?
I'm thinking.
See how weird this is. Yeah.
Is it just water?
Yeah, it's electrolytes. You want water?
Oh, I wanted to try it, but I didn't want the electrolytes. Can you put the water thing in the other pack too?
Keeping it in there so it's cold. Do you know how to do it?
Don't I just open the zipper?
Yeah, you open the zipper, and then there's 2 sides. You just put it like tucked in. Lots of puppies out here.
I wish I had my cat. I don't have a cat.
Strapping in. Getting on a roller coaster.
I have to watch the highlights from last night's game. Apparently, it was crazy.
Double overtime.
And Martian put it in for the win. Your hair too.
Cooler. I think I got everything. Sandwich, goose, water, electrolyte, other electrolyte, phone.
Do you have your reusable cup in case you need it?
I didn't bring it. I think it was more of a guideline. Bringing this bag, it doesn't necessarily fit my phone, but it's the one I've been using. If I text you I need the bigger bag, I packed the gallon one in there.
I know, but I have no service.
Can you send me, can I text it
How are you gonna text me?
with my hands? Be interesting. Alright, last words of wisdom before we walk to the start line. It's only pain.
What does that even mean?
Just keep trucking along. When it hurts, relax. It's all gonna be okay. With that said, we'll walk to the start line.
Checking in. We're about an hour in to the race from when Tyler started, so not sure how far he is, but I am going to meet him at the start/finish line in an hour and 40 minutes with a new pack, which I will pack up here shortly. It's hot, it's humid, but trying to make the most of it. I slept for like 15 minutes, which was nice, but yeah, it's hot. I'm right here.
Hot.
Do you want, I put the towel on ice, do you want it?
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Might slow down, but I'm right on pace right now.
Okay, love you. He's on pace. Tyler is 18 minutes in. I just met him at the turn. It is 9:59. I probably handed off to him at like 9:57. He looks good. He's going good. He might slow down a little. It is so wickedly hot, as I've talked about. Pass the pack off. 4 goos, pretzels, sandwich, electrolyte water, electrolyte crushed water, and a full water pack on his back. So we will see him again probably in a little less than 2 hours and 45 minutes because it's a 16-mile loop. Hopefully gonna get eyes on him within the next 50 minutes. I'm just sitting here in my house reading. Got my fan on. I've already had to charge it. I've said this in every video. It's so hot. I had a sandwich. It was really good. Yeah. Not much action going on because all the sane people only ran the 10K and everyone's leaving, so see you when he gets here. That's for Tyler. He's coming around now. I shouted to him across this pond that I'll be by the car. Ready to go. It's 1:20, 1:19. So we'll check in and see how he's doing. Well, he's still jogging to us. Do you want the neck towel?
Nah, I'm afraid it'll get hot.
You're scaring me. I was ready for everybody.
Yeah.
No later than 1:15.
Man,
The course is so hard.
Okay, update is Tyler said the course is pretty hard when it comes to like the routes and stuff, so like he has to watch where he's going every time, which he never really does because he's not like me and doesn't have to watch his feet. He said he fell, and our Garmin's are supposed to be linked together where it tells me if he fell, and I haven't gotten a single alert for that, so hello. It's 1:22 now. He just turned onto the course for the last lap, and he's hoping to be done by 5:30, 5:45, so yeah, let's do it. Checking in. Tyler's probably not even going to use any of this footage because it's just of me, but that's what happens when I don't see him for 2.5, 3 hours. It is currently 3:40, so Tyler is about 2 hours, 20 minutes into the last lap. Goal finish time 5:30, 5:45, which is kind of what we've figured since the beginning. It's still hot, believe it or not. I'm gonna eat a sandwich that I made. Been talking to a few people. A lot of people can't believe how challenging it is, but rewarding, because sometimes they're like, I can't even put one more foot in front of the other on this, but they're pushing through. The racing community is really fun, even if you are on the race team, because you get to interact with everyone who's doing the same exact thing as you and also sweating their ass off without being a runner. So yeah, that's that. See you when he gets here. Yeah! I had a schedule. I just sprinted here.
it was like a mile extra. Holy shit.
It's done.
I got another 30 miles to go, and Golly, that was a grind, just getting one foot in front of the other.
That's what I was talking to the people we were with all day. I don't know where she is. I wish I could have said bye to her. But her husband said the same thing. He got to the point where he was like, I can't run a single other step.
So I got in a rhythm. I'd get to the next mile. I'd walk 0.1.
Yup.
Then I'd run to 0.5,
Uh-huh.
walk 0.1, finish the mile.
That's how I do the bridge run.
Yeah, and
Or bridge run training.
I got in a groove, but I was like 3 miles out, and I'm like, I can.
Like just now.
Yeah. I was like, I can. I think if I start hustling, I can make it under 10. And I ran the first mile like right on pace. I got to the second one. I was like, man, this 2 miles seems very far right now.
Well, what's funny is I've just packed the whole car, and I sit down to start the car, and I've been using this over here as like my way to see you.
Yeah.
And I see black shorts, black shirt, like right there. I grabbed the camera. I sprinted full sprint.
I saw you running.
I was like, this is so embarrassing. I had my timer every single time. For this exact reason. And you were like, when you were leaving for the third lap, you were like, oh, it's probably gonna be more like 5:45. So I was like, okay, I'll walk up there at 5:30, and you crossed the finish line at 5:31.
Yeah. Man. And honestly, what killed me is I could not get in a rhythm. Every single step I was having to find. Like I couldn't just lean forward and trot on going. I had to I had to find each step.
Well, that's what I've been talking to everyone like sparsely, because I have had no service all day. And that's what I gave Amanda that update after you started the third lap, that you couldn't run looking straight ahead like you normally do. You had to watch
Yeah,
every
it was-
step.
And like you're like bobbing and weaving, and I was like, oh man, this sucks. And I could hardly pick my feet up, so I was kind of scooting them. And there's just roots everywhere. So I mean, I'm covered in dirt because I kept falling.
Yeah, but you didn't cut yourself,
No,
which is good.
I landed pretty soft every time, but one time I fell and I tried to roll.
Army roll.
And I landed on the backpack, and then it was soaking wet. I was like, I just
Busted
the
it.
leader. But thankfully it was just my electrolytes, but it was like pouring down the back. The first 18 didn't have to fill it up. The second lap, I should have filled it up, but I was only able to fill it up one time.
That was peak heat.
Yeah, third lap, I filled it up twice. And good thing I had my emergency electrolyte too, because I busted the one. And then I used some of their. Oh, Braves are winning. It's over. We did it. We ran 50 miles. It's now a couple days later, and I had some time to digest, think about how the race went, recovered a little bit, those legs. That last footage of you saw it live, right around there, trying to take those shoes off, trying to change before the car, I locked up. Like, I couldn't do it myself. I needed Brooke to just basically take care of me that whole rest of the day. I was useless. But now I've had some time to think about the race. Something that was super cool. We came in 6th out of 36 people, 10 people DNF'd. So overall, really great results. I was kind of laughing. I trained thinking that I'd finish in 8 hours, which would be a 9-minute pace. And when I walked up to the starting line, the course record was 9 hours and 10 minutes. So clearly was way in over my head, super underestimated, is that even a word, the difficulty of the trail. First 25 miles, cruising. I didn't think anything about it. I was right on pace. I was feeling good. And then about that 25, 30 mile mark, you start to slow down a little bit. And that's when things got so hard, not just because of the distance. Like, I was so well trained for this race, but I didn't think about how much more energy a trail would be, having to find every single step. This trail was way more technical than I thought it was gonna be. There was a lot of leaping left to right, jumping over trees, working your way around ponds, rocks, boulders, roots. Oh my gosh, the roots destroyed me. Last 15 miles, when I was having a harder time getting like a full step and my feet were starting to shuffle a little bit more, the roots came out of nowhere. Like I said, I didn't even notice them in the first half, and then all of a sudden they were everywhere. I ate dirt 10 times. Running, feeling good, bam, flat on my face. Imagine trying to pick yourself up 40 miles in a race, laying flat on your stomach, getting yourself back up, getting those legs moving again, carrying yourself on for another mile or two, and then kicking a root over and over and over again. I probably stubbed my toes at least 30 times. Like, my feet are black from, like, my feet are destroyed. They are so bruised. My toenails are gone. They're falling off because I kept kicking these roots, whether I trip on them and fall all the way to the ground or just catch myself. I mean, it was giving me some PTSD in the middle of the race because I was in so much pain. My feet were in so much pain from kicking these roots that I was so afraid to do it again. And all I could think about was, don't hit another root, which, you know, therefore slowed down my pace a little bit. Overall, I was super proud of my time, 10 hours, 20 minutes, 6th out of 36 places. The training was what it should have been. The training worked. I probably could have ran a trail a few more times just to get that technical practice in, because when you're on pavement, you can get in that rhythm, you can zone out, you can fall into your next step, but when you're on a trail, it requires your full focus the entire race, and I didn't plan enough for that. So that's one thing that I will take away from it. But overall, great experience. The heat had little impact on me. Again, I trained in the heat and I am very well accustomed to the heat. My body handles it very well just in general, but also training for it. So where a lot of people were dehydrated, cramping, my nutrition and my training were spot on for that. The heat had little impact. It was mainly the trail that hindered my performance, but still super proud of how it went. I was extremely sore that night, couldn't fall asleep because I was in so much pain. Next day, still just super sore, waking up, could hardly walk, but once I started going around, eased up. A few days later, still a little bit sore, got a little bit bumps and bruises here that I didn't realize from falling, but recovering well. I'll probably start to get more runs back in later this week. Shout out to Brooke for being the best crew out there. I honestly could not have done it without her. One, in training, just her moral support, her living with my low energy from training all the time, my ridiculous schedule of little sleep, waking up at the crack of dawn to fit these workouts in, skipping out on social things on the weekend to get these workouts in, and then also a race day, packing the bags for me, getting my food set how it needed to be, keeping me motivated when I passed her on the laps, and then obviously the end of the day when I was just a big baby and couldn't do anything for myself because I was so stiff. She took care of me, and she is the MVP of this race. Don't get me wrong, I just ran. She did the hard thing. So first ultra, that was fun. I'm not gonna lie, that was fun. Typically, I will say though, when you're running a marathon, you think, wow, this sucks. When you finish a marathon, you're like, wow, that was so fun. I'm gonna do another one. I already signed up. This ultra was a little bit different. It was so fun and so hard, but the amount of difficulty and the amount of training for it didn't carry as much over, didn't match up to the amount of fun. Now, that's not to say that was my last one. That's not to say I'm not going to go for 100 one day, which I think is definitely in the cards, but not signing up for another ultra right away. I think we've got some other plans that I want to take care of first before we circle back there. But now I've got it under my belt. I can say I know what I'm doing. I did the dang thing and I did it well, and I feel accomplished. That is one thing I will take away from it. I feel accomplished. I feel like I did all the right things, and I feel like it paid off. All the learning I did, all the videos I made, all lived up to what they're supposed to be. And I can say I'm an ultra marathon runner, crossed 50 miles off the list, piece of cake. It's definitely a different type of training. You're focused on these long runs so much. And what a lot of people were doing was, because it was loops, right? And you had your team, they were resting in between loops. They were icing themselves down, taking a second to sit, relax, catch themselves, and then would carry on. Whereas I felt I was so prepared that I didn't need that rest, and that probably was true if this was a pavement race. But again, underestimated the difficulty of the trail, which took a lot more energy, had me a little more gassed earlier in the race than I would have liked. That's just things to learn, put in your toolkit for the next time, improve on your performance. And again, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. The things I learned in this prep, the things I learned about running, the things I learned about myself, the things I learned about life and balancing all these goals that you have, is what's most important, not crossing that finish line. Race day is just time to show off. The hard thing is showing up each and every day for that 16 to 20 weeks, whatever your training program is, and doing the work. Thanks for joining this journey. I hope you were inspired. I hope you learned a couple things. I hope you saw how hot it is in South Carolina in the month of June. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below your favorite ultra marathon to run. Stay inspired. Let's keep running.